good old boy down in Texas, John Woodrow, that's his name. Heard him talk about our country, Lord, I feel just the same. He speaks his mind, trying to help mankind and the people of the USA. Yeah, oh, John Woodrow, he got a lot to say. Oh, yes, he does. 'Cause there's a good old boy down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over there's a world. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Where's my tech guy? There it is. It is time for a Blue Dot family meeting. And I'm glad y'all are here. It is Tuesday, baby. It's time to continue the fight. And we have a night to get through. Let me get my shit together here so I can let you know who was first one to jump in was Jeanette Miller, followed by Dorothy Tyndall and Carol Lowe. Bart Larson is here and Corey Barton. Thank you very much. Julie Gandy is in the room. Penny Hartelman. Thank you for coming back. Randy Peterson. Whoo! Pig, hold on to your britches. It's going to last at least another week. I saw the forecast, buddy. Hold on to your britches. It's going to be terrible, buddy. Sunshine and 70s. It's terrible. I'd suggest putting up shade. Anyway, Bruce Preston is here. Nancy Halverson. Let me. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that because Bernie's fixing to get hit with a drenching rain out there. Donald Hamilton is in the room. Jess Coggins, thanks to you. New to you. Jess Coggins is in the room. Thank you very much. Let me see who else is in here. Jim Jett. Lord, Lisa Ryder's in here. Sean Jefferson, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate y'all coming in and joining this family. It grows every time we turn around. Oscar Her 66. There you go. Thank you for coming in and joining the family. Adam Hewitt, always a pleasure to see that guy. He makes me smile every time I talk to him. Mark is in the room from Tool, Texas, baby. All right. Pauline Hall. Hey, I'm glad you stopped by, baby, because that's a good way to start this show off. Let me get on down here and welcome everyone. C-Mac is in the room. Linda Sandoval. Pauline Hall. I got mail from Pauline. And boy, howdy shit. Before we get all carried up into this and I forget what I'm doing, I want to show it off. It is. She sent me a coffee cup. A coffee cup. Pauline Hall sent me a coffee cup. It is a Joe Biden coffee. Cool looking coffee cup right there. But behold, things can change. You know how Joe Brandon is. Joe Cool, baby. Look at him. He's all ready. But if you mess with him, Joe can get a little testy. He can change in a heartbeat. He can become Dark Brandon in a heartbeat, baby. And that is my... Oh, good. Mark B said he got a Dark Brandon cup, too. Outstanding. I love this thing. The minute I put some hot coffee in it... I made a little mess here. I got to make sure I don't get that in my keyboard over here. Indeed. I got a kick out of that. So, Pauline Hall, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate everything you do. This is the lady that also is so kind that she sends my kitty cats food every month. And Lois Baker, Lois Baker, her mama, God, I hope I got that right. I don't think I did. also helps. And I can't thank them enough for everything they do. But that is such a cool cup. And now I got to make sure I put it someplace where I'm not going to make a mess before I get out of here. Because that's hot water in there. Anyway, when temperature changes, he changes into dark Brandon. And I love it. Anyway, it is Tuesday, baby. And we got some new things to show you on the show tonight and some new things to talk about. We got some changes coming to the show pretty soon. And I'm excited for it all. That's assuming we make it. Things are getting a little intense out here. You know, the title of today's episode is The Courage of Leadership. And right now, I'm glad to see it happening in the White House right now with Joe Biden in there right now because with the attack in Jordan on an outpost that took 3 American lives and wounded over 40, there's going to be a price to pay for that. And there will be a retaliation from the United States. And Joe Biden came out today and said that decision has been made. What is he going to do? Well, I don't know yet. And I'm glad I don't know, and I'm glad you don't know. And none of us should know. But I do know one thing. I don't think he's going to bomb Tehran. I don't think he's going to start bombing Iran and get us into a full-fledged shooting war with an enemy that could do us damage. Not that they would win. They would suffer heavily. But it's times like this that it takes leadership, because listening to some in the Senate over there, and mainly I'm pointing out Lindsey Graham, my state senator, John Cornyn, are you shitting me? Calling for Biden to make strikes into Iran? Yeah, what would that do? I'll tell you what it would do. It would escalate the shit out of tensions and flare up in a situation that is already on the brink. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit glad that we have a steady hand on the till and not wanting to jump into something that this country the whole country would pay for dearly. And that's just my 2 cents in this. You know, you might feel different, but there's going to be a price to pay. But I'd rather go Joe Biden's way than listen to the likes of Lindsey Graham, John Cornyn, and others in the Senate who are trying their best to do something to destroy this administration, whether it be on our own border, whether them holding up legislation for a deal on the border because they want that issue, because their grand leader wants them to stall so Donnie Boy can come in and fix it. But that ain't going to happen because Donnie Boy ain't getting near my house. Anyway, Bernadette.
Yeah.
How are you, darling?
Waking up.
Waking up.
Doing good.
I figured you might be swimming by now.
No, not yet. It hasn't started raining yet, but the clouds are coming. I can see it's getting dark out there. Brr.
Yeah. Well, you're in the news.
I took a little afternoon nap, and then I was like, oh, shit,
well,
I got to wake
good.
up. So I have my lemon honey tea here waking me up.
Oh, outstanding. A little tea to wake you up in the morning or in the evening, whichever afternoon.
If I do coffee now, I'll be bouncing off the walls.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
If I wake up, there's coffee in my hand. That's all. It's a law. Look it up in Leviticus. It's in there. Anyway.
Well, I had a whole pot this morning. I can't go there again.
That's what I do. I do a whole pot every morning. And then I switch to my iced tea, and I'm good to go.
Yep, that's lemon tea. Lemon and honey, that's all it is actually. It's not even tea, it's just lemon and honey.
Oh, well, I hear that's good for you, so.
It's good for you.
Yeah, all that helps.
Hi, Missy Chick.
Hi, Bernadette.
Hey. Hi, Miss Chick.
Hi, John.
Well, what a team y'all make.
Oh, I know.
This won't be the first time I will do this evening, but just because y'all did that just then, there is a little new something that's coming up. Can you see your screen?
Okay. Yes. Uh-oh.
There's something
now I'm
new
nervous.
coming. A little nervous?
Gotta wait for the pause.
Oh,
right.
There you go. It's called Left on the Table. It's called Left on the Table. This is going to be. Travis is quite excited about this. Y'all have not heard this yet, have you?
No, we haven't.
Well,
I like the graphic. Oh my God.
I like that.
Well, that this is the result of a discussion between Bernadette and Miss Chick, who brought to our attention that we discuss a whole lot of things on this show. A lot of things. We'll let them zip by. We'll comment. We'll rant and rave about one thing or another, and then we'll move on. But there's a lot of things that we leave on the table. That the discussion it required a little more depth to it, and that is exactly what left on the table is going to be. And Travis this evening came up. He's got the first episode out, which it will be soon, and he's got the music selected. He's got some editing to do. It's going to be about an hour-long show, and we will play that on everywhere we put the Blue Dot Show, where we put our videos and everything, and it's really looking good. I can't wait. I haven't heard it. I just know who is on it.
I know
who
who's on it too, and
Do
I haven't
you?
heard it either. But yeah,
No, you're going to hear it. You and Miss Chick are going to hear it before anybody hears it. Travis said he's going to make sure he sends you a copy. He's almost done with it.
yes,
He was hoping to have it done this evening so I could play a little clip. But Travis.
it's
is
the
very
first time I've
finicky.
seen the graphic though, and I do
Ain't they?
like it. I do like it.
I do
Yes.
too. It stays with the theme. If you notice the left on the table with the little arrows pointing left.
Yes.
There you go. That's pretty cool. And it kind of plays in with the same theme of do two for blue, with the arrows saying
Do two
do
for
your
blue.
part, do two for blue.
Yeah.
And so we're trying. He's trying to perfect our graphics a little bit, and I'm just
Right on.
loving
Travis
it.
is amazing. I love him. He's such
He's
a.
doing some great
We've
work.
got the best engineer, dude. We do.
We do. We do.
We do.
I'm anxious, and he knows I need to calm him down because I like to. I want it yesterday. That's my problem. Travis always has to remind me, Dad, this takes a little time, to do this. I know.
Yes, it does. I was
But,
getting a little anxious for it too, but
yeah.
I do understand his situation, and yeah, let's just do this. And whenever it comes out, I'm excited for it.
Well, after this first episode, it will be easier for him because this is the first time, so he had to do all the graphics, the music, and all of that. And
Right.
in future episodes, that will already be incorporated. So it will just be a matter of
And I
editing.
do want to let everybody know that any music that's being played on this show is by John H. Lawrence
Thank you.
and is available online. He makes it available to the show, and you can purchase it for a small fee. And tell you, it's worth it. The guy is amazing.
He's got some
And
very nice music.
link in the chat of where you can go and get it at. And
It's
all the
a-
music that you hear on the show is from him. And thank you, John, for supplying us with
Indeed.
all this political music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
his
totally
music
cool.
is also going to be incorporated into the Left on the Table.
Hmm
So, because as Bernadette said,
But
Uh,
you can have it on whatever you play music on, and whatever device you can get it on, you can have it too. It's
I am-
relative. He's giving it away, y'all. Giving it away. Go
I
get
am
some
so
music.
impressed sometimes with our Blue Dots because
Mhm.
my day today and yesterday not been very good. Bob took a turn for the worse, and y'all know
Oh,
who Bob
Bob.
is. Bob's wasn't
Yes.
doing good. Bob's doing better this evening. After John went to 3 different veterinary clinics today, and I finally ended up with one that could do something, and
Mm.
yeah, his leg is really bad shape. Bob is our cat, one of our cats, and so yeah, most of my day was spent at 3 different. It takes you a while to find out. Oh, the doctor's not in today. Really? Could have told me that when I walked in the door about 30 minutes ago. So I had to leave and go to another one, and no doctor there. So I ended up going to the third one, and bingo, we got a doctor, and they got him full of some antibiotics and some stuff that we hope is going to help. But yeah, he's a tough cat. Just
Hang in there,
shouldn't-
Bob.
He is. He's
Help's
a tough
on its
cat.
way.
But I have been busy, and I said all of that just to let you know I don't slack off unless I have to. talking about John Lawrence's music, Carolyn and John Majesco, big Blue Dots out in South Carolina, we love them dearly, just reminded us that today is John Lawrence's birthday.
Oh,
So
Happy birthday.
happy birthday to John Lawrence, and if it's his birthday, you know what I got to do. I
Yep.
gotta sing.
yep.
Do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you, badass. And he knows what that means.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, John, for everything you've done for this show. John stepped in. That song that you heard at the beginning of the show, Blue Dot in Texas, that's I just can't say how proud I am that he put my name in there and put it to music. And did
John
such a
has
fine job.
a whole album of political
Oh.
music that is really
Yes.
Yes, he
nice.
does.
There's
Uh,
like
It's really
7
good.
songs, I think. And
Yeah,
you
8.
you can go to the link that Bernadette has put in YouTube. I don't have it right here, so I can't look at it, but he is giving it away for free, but you can donate to his
Yes.
cause also. There is a
And
button to donate
And-
whatever
and-
amount you would like to.
And you can
And
look for
actually,
him
he
on
has
YouTube.
2 albums out there on that link, and you could pick up either one of them. So
Yeah.
go out and check it.
You
It's
can get things.
John Lawrence
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
bandcamp.com,
Bandcamp.com.
and link is in the chat. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Both of his albums are out there. The one we play on the show is called I Protest, and a lot of the
There's-
music that we play here is
It reminds
on that
you.
album.
Yeah,
Yes.
or you can do a single. You can just download a single too.
You
If you
can
just
download
like
You
a
can
one.
single also.
download a single.
And most of the time,
So happy birthday, John. And we will leave the singing to John Lawrence.
Yeah. Who's gonna-
Yes.
Hey, wait a minute.
Or
I want to
John
thank.
Brennan.
I want to
He
thank
does it
Bob.
well. He does it well.
I try. Bob K came in with a $2 donation and said, hey, Bob's furnace is fixed. He said, my
Yay,
furnace
Bob.
is fixed. Yay for Bob. Jesus, Bob.
Phew.
Yay.
It's about time, Bob.
That's who I'd name my cat after, right there. Bob. That's
Right there.
Right there, Bob.
Right on.
Bob,
right on.
we're so happy you got heat back on, brother. I was afraid
Yes.
you might have to move down here. Where you don't need that shit. Well, we needed it the other day, but it did took. We're looking to be in the 70s for the whole next week. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But anyway, so what's going on in the world?
Oh, so much shit. Everything,
There is a
everywhere,
lot of shit.
all at once.
Isn't that
once.
the way it usually is? I can't say.
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
concerned.
the Republicans started today trying to, pass articles of impeachment against
Oh, Mayorkas.
Mayorkas
Oh yes.
from the
Oh, yeah.
Department of
we
Homeland
must do that.
Security. And,
You
you
know,
know, these people are just
remind me
nonstop
what
endless
you
fuck-ups.
what you impeach people for? What is it that you impeach people for? What it has to be
It's
a couple
supposed
of
to be
things.
high crimes and
High
misdemeanors.
crimes and misdemeanors.
Supposed to be.
Where's the crime?
Yes.
Where is that crime?
They
Yeah.
argued
I don't.
that
'Cause
today
I'm not
too.
shit. Not
Yeah.
seeing it.
Neither did anybody else.
It's just an exercise in fake outrage, is what it is by the Republican Party. They did that. They ran out of gas in the Hunter
Oh.
Biden thing after Hunter Biden called their bluff and showed up, and they didn't like that.
It's all
So-
political posturizing
It
and
is.
just wasting our time, everybody's time, but it's
How
all
about our taxpayer dollar?
Yeah,
that's
that's a
what
good-
you can waste time all you fucking want to, because I could turn the channel. But when you start wasting money on bullshit like what happened today, and Jesus, there's been so many of them. That pisses me off.
And how about
Because,
actually doing something about the money for the border to fix the border so that Mayorkas could do something?
Well,
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
there are some Republicans over in the Senate that were putting together a bill.
Yes.
Oh my God, they had to negotiate with Democrats. And do you know, they're being attacked in their own home states? Isn't that amazing? These people are endlessly stupid.
Yeah.
Let's holler about the border. Biden says, here, throw this big wad of cash at it. Let's
Okay.
get some things fixed. And so what do?
No.
Oh,
No.
no, we can't fix that
Can't do
because
that.
our feckless leader said he needs something to run on.
And
In
that's
the
exactly what it
meantime, we
is.
got what? 26
Oh,
attorney
Jesus.
generals that are standing with Texas
Go-
or whatever.
governors.
It was a bunch.
Governors
It
that are
wasn't just
standing with
governors.
your
It was
feckless governor.
all
What are
over
they
the
setting
place.
up? What are they trying to set up here? Some
Oh,
kind of
I don't
showdown
know.
between the state of Texas and the federal government. That's what they're trying to do. They're
Yep.
trying to use this down
Mhm.
here
Trying
to
to
make.
bust the Constitution.
Yes. Yes. And we can't let them do that.
No.
Unbelievable.
It is.
Unbelievable.
It is. They've
We
taken this
see
fight to a
you.
drastic. Yes, we see you. There is, I'm just. To me, it is more about.
In
I
the
don't know.
meantime, John, you know what's
Yes,
going to
dear.
ramp up?
What's ramping up?
Threats.
Yes.
Threat?
All sorts of people. Anybody that's in any kind of government position, I don't care if you're the mayor of a small town, a school board, whatever, threats are ramping up again.
Yeah.
And what
Because,
does that say? What
it's
does that
real
say about
easy
us?
to rile. This is what it says. It's extremely easy to rile the maggot mind.
That's all it is.
Yep.
That's
It's
what
a
it says.
campaign of separation. Us against them against us, neighbor against
Q.
neighbor. They don't give a
Q,
shit.
just today, there was 2 brothers in New York that were arrested for whatever they were doing, but they had a huge amount of guns, ammo, bombs. They had the 3D printed kind. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there was one in
Yes.
Michigan that was also arrested for making threats online. So it's ramping up. Here it goes. Here we go. It's political season.
Mark, you are not absolved from your oath, and neither am I, my friend. I hold it still in my heart, baby. Mark made a comment in there. He does not understand how some veterans can support Trump. I don't either. The handwriting is on the wall in big bold letters.
I don't understand how women can. I do not understand how a woman could support
Anybody.
an adjudicated rapist.
That's what he is. That's what he's going to have a hard time. He
Yeah.
hasn't brought up E. Jean Carroll in a few days, they say. He hasn't talked about
No.
it.
He
He
ain't gonna do that. It's
No.
been 5 days. Those words have not come out of his mouth. But she's all over TV talking about his dumb ass.
Oh,
And
really?
his attorney, habada.
Abada,
Boy, is
abada,
she
abada,
making
abada.
a after the case
Yeah, she's made a
ass
name
out
for
of herself.
herself. She's made a name
She's
for
about to be
herself.
disbarred.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Walk
Hi,
She keep
Bonita.
fucking with that, she's gonna lose her job. Gonna because yeah, right.
Hi, Bonita.
Hi,
Uh-oh.
John. How's everybody?
Oh my goodness, she's better.
Everybody's doing fine. Yes, and she sounds better. She sounds better.
Oh,
Yes.
Had
not
some- has-
swollen anymore.
well, that's good.
I
I
would
think you'd
like
be
to-
proud of some blue dots, baby.
Oh,
been
I
putting
tell you,
in the
my
work.
pom-poms are just going up and down. I
Yes.
want to give a shout out to all those blue dots that I have been reading and hearing about that have their list and are actually out there being an active political person for the blue.
There you go.
I'm
There you
telling
go.
everybody out there, and please believe me, fascism is coming for us if we don't vote. It is coming, and the Russians are already here working against us. So you need
Oh,
to
yeah, they
get busy if you haven't already done so. Get that pen and paper, make your list, do something daily. You can make a phone call, you can do a postcard, you can sign a petition, you can throw a few bucks. And how about a thumbs up for John?
Well, there you go. There you
You
go.
can
That
do
counts.
that for the program. Give
That-
John a thumbs up. I
Y'all what?
look at this, and I see a lot of
Hello,
people
Salvador.
watching, but not a lot of thumbs up. And John,
yes, dear.
I need to give Mr. Trump some advice because he is really irritating me all the time. I got so many bones with that man.
Go ahead.
Would
Give him some
somebody
advice.
please tell him that an intelligent quotient and an aptitude test and a cognitive test are three different things?
Yeah,
they are not the same thing. They are not the same. It's just like that man has no sense whatsoever, and no one corrects him. And then he tells his audience that a lot of them are cognitive unaware and stupid, and they don't get offended.
I don't understand
if
any other
I
thing.
was stupid, I would be offended.
I don't understand how they sit out there and applaud for him.
They clapped. They clapped.
Yes,
they clap. Yes, they applaud his ignorance.
Yeah, they just lap it up when he calls them stupid and ignorant, and then ask him for money, and they give it to him. I don't understand these people, and I never will.
I never will, Bonita. I never will. And you know, we keep pumping the pom-poms. And if y'all wonder how we got that little kick in the butt doing 2 for Blue, do something, this is where it came from. This is where it came from. Bonita, when we met Bonita and started talking to her, and that's her goal, do something. Let's don't just talk about it. Let's do something. And one of the ways we could do that is by donating. 2 for Blue, baby, we call it.
Absolutely. And you vets out there, I agree with John. How can you possibly vote for this man? To vote for this man is to spit on every vet that fought in World War II on their grave. Can you really do that? How can you do that?
You know, I try not. You know, everybody has their right for their own opinion and everything, and vote for who they want to. That's what this nation was founded on. But I'm with you, Benita. I just don't understand how a veteran who has taken that oath and takes it to heart can stand by and I don't know, even tolerate that man being in our house.
John, you know, I don't understand either. I mean, this man
he is dishonorable from the word of God.
Beyond rude, inconsiderate, and just mean-spirited and disrespectful to vets.
You know what it is, Benita, what I think it is? I boil it down into the pot and get the goo all out of the way. It boils down to one thing, that the MAGA cult is in my opinion, and excuse my language, fuck you. They don't give a shit what Trump, I'm voting for him, fuck you. I'm voting for Trump. It doesn't matter the facts or anything. It's an emotional thing with them. I don't understand how they get there from the bullshit the man puts out of his mouth, I guess. He can't hold on to a single subject matter for more than 2 minutes, you know, and he's wandering off somewhere else, but they think he's a glorious leader. But that's what we have to worry about.
It boggles my mind that he can show disrespect in France like he did and not go to the cemetery because it would mess his hair because it was raining.
Oh, he called the people in Arlington losers and suckers.
Never forget it. Never
Those are the
forget
losers
it.
and suckers, buddy. Yeah,
losers and suckers. And then he disrespects those that are disabled, saying he doesn't want to be seen with them. It's not a good look. It buckles my mind.
It does.
All I'm saying is I don't understand. I don't understand. And then he makes fun of POWs.
There's not anything this man respects. He doesn't respect anything, whether it's veterans, our country, the Constitution. It doesn't matter. Donnie Boy wants it. The flag. Anything. It doesn't mean squat to him. It's more of a backdrop for his infomercial or whatever he's doing.
He didn't respect the judge. He didn't respect the jury. He don't respect women. He don't respect his wives.
The law. Nothing. He thinks he is above everything. He wants to be the glorious leader. And as I remind people all the time, look at who he associates himself with. He likes Putin. He likes Kim Jong-un. Victor
he wants
Orban.
to be a dictator.
He
so
wants
bad.
that. He wants the same thing for America that Putin has in China, that Xi has in China. I mean, that
he
Putin
wants
has
everybody marching lockstep and saluting.
He wants to be in Russia. It's an all-God system. That's what we would end up with, where money is what buys you power. You give enough to the glorious leader, and he'll let you be, I don't know, secretary or something. It's all
But
on the
John,
table. It's all
this
for sale.
man tells us all the time who he is.
Yes,
he wants
Yes, he
the
does.
stock market to crash. Are you not aware, people, that your 401k is related to the stock market? Your
Yes.
job is
Yes,
related
it's
to the
tied
stock
right to it.
market?
Once the borders open, so fentanyl can come into your neighborhood and kill your loved ones. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He has no plan for America. Where's the
Ooh.
infrastructure plan? Oh, it's still 2 weeks out.
Oh, yeah, we got
The
one coming.
healthcare plan.
Yeah,
Oh, it's still
it's
2
going to be
weeks
the
out.
greatest in the world. Yeah, just wait,
Yeah,
just wait.
4 years later, we still
Yeah.
didn't see it.
I will point
Yeah.
out, I got a big smile on my face when I saw E. Jean Carroll being interviewed. I think it was on CNN, and what she said how terrified she was of him, how nervous she was before going into that courtroom when he was going to be there, and then she said, and then I walked in and I saw him, and I realized he's nothing. And she kept repeating that throughout the interview. He's nothing. He's sitting right there. This is going to cost him money. Look at all the trials and stuff coming his way, all the charges against him. He's nothing. And she kept repeating that to CNN. The more she said it, the more I enjoyed it. He's nothing.
And the judge in that case showed the rest of them how to handle him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think he's going to get more of that.
Yeah,
Let me
Kaplan
see.
did a great job.
Outstanding. Yeah.
And you know what? You know what really pisses him off?
Pray
That's
tell,
women.
what?
The woman that was filing the case against him had 2 female attorneys, and they won. That was 3 women. He can't have. Ooh, that bunch is his tidy whities. Something I can't even explain to you. He cannot handle that because he has such a disrespect for women.
He's got a disrespect for everybody that isn't him.
Yes, John, but there is nothing like the misogyny that comes out of this man. Nothing.
He thinks
Oozes.
he's superior.
He's slimy with it.
Yeah.
Entitlement just oozes out of him.
And to get beat by a woman that's older than him. You go, E. Jean Carroll.
Pat Hunter said it. He is terrified of women.
Yes, he is.
Because he can no longer dominate them. Those days are over, baby. When he was
grabbing them by their genitals. That shit's ended.
Let me see you try that nowadays. Let me see you try that, and let's see how much that will cost you. Let me see you shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue. Let's see if you lose anybody. And that right there, looking back at that statement, tells you the arrogance of that man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I agree. I agree with everything.
Hello, Joe.
Is that
Hello,
Joe?
how y'all doing?
That's Joe Garcia.
Yeah.
How you doing, bub?
Hey, Joe.
Well, the mad cook is back on it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm practice. I got to practice for when he goes to jail.
We're gonna have one hell of a party, aren't we?
We're gonna have one hell of a barbecue.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We need to practice that shit.
I'm telling you.
This whole, this year is gonna.
Judge Nguron is about to throw down the hammer next week, and oh boy, is that gonna take a ding in his pocket.
Oh Lord.
Oh, I hope it's a big one.
Oh, it's gonna be a big one.
He's got to put up a bond on that if he wants to appeal.
Well, it's not just a bond; it is a bond plus 9%.
Plus 9%.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're talking about 90 million, I mean.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Just for the cases that he's already lost. The 2, rape cases that he's already lost.
But he's yet to pay. That's the thing.
It is what it is. He assaulted. You could call it assault. He raped that woman.
Yeah, and that's what that's what he was.
And he felt that he could rape that woman.
Yeah.
And that's what the judge said. It said it was rape.
what makes
And mind
what
you, like they remind people, he did not show up at the first trial when that was the decision to be made, whether he was liable for rape or not.
That's right.
He didn't show
That's
up for
right.
that trial.
He was in Scotland
Ah,
cutting
playing
ribbons
golf, I
on
think.
some
Yeah,
golf course.
I don't know,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's gonna
the
lose
thing
it.
is
Shit.
that people have been awarded money, but has he yet to pay?
Um,
He keeps it in
that
court.
is
He keeps it
why
in court.
if he chooses to appeal, he has to put the money up in an escrow account or a bond account
Yeah,
so that money is guaranteed to be there in case he loses his appeal. And
and
if he doesn't choose to
oh,
appeal,
what?
then yes, he has to fork up that cash.
Or
So,
if he
in order for him to hold on to it,
they can go after his assets.
yes, they can.
Ooh, can we say airplane?
Boy,
And
does
he's
he have
running
a
out of those. Judging Guron, he's going to rule on that shit tomorrow. The Wednesday, he said he's throwing down his ruling for that case that he was involved in.
We're fixing to see what happens because all this has to happen within a certain time frame here.
So
he
you
can't.
wake
He
up
can't.
tomorrow and it could be
Oh.
another one bites the dust.
And did you hear what E. Jean Carroll said she was going to do with some of that money? She says she's going to use part of it as a fund to help other women.
Progressive.
That's right, who have been assaulted by him. So yeah,
well, that's a good thing.
It is. She says she's going to put some good money behind that.
She might be able to pick up a building or two, pennies on the dollar, and go ahead, slap her name on it.
Slap her name on
the
that.
E. Jean Carroll woman's
big ass building.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, Jeremy, are you with us?
I am.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, but I want to bring up a point that it isn't just Trump that's done this. Yes, he's the center of our ire right now for a lot of things, but this is symptomatic across the board with tons of rich white men. This is the Republican Just look what happened to Vince McMahon last week. He resigned from the company that he was chairman of because a woman came forward. Not the first, not the third, like the 10th. This one brought facts and documentation. She said in her report of him, he took a crap on her head during sex.
Yes.
This is systematic.
Hang on, Jeremy. I have fully heard everything. That's one topic that we haven't brought up on this show, and I really don't want to bring up the details specifically.
I don't want to discuss what he did
because it is just, if you want to know about Vince McMahon, go do some research. It's all over the internet. But I tell you something. The day of rich white men getting away with assaulting women and doing the kind of things that they've been accustomed to doing those days are over.
Yeah.
But it also isn't just rich white men. Look at Judge Thomas. He did the same damn thing. He got away with it.
Yeah, if you ask Judge Thomas, he thinks he's white. Okay.
Yeah. He married into it, so he thinks he's cool.
He wants to overturn a vertifill that makes it legal for him to marry his wife. Yeah.
No, he doesn't want to overturn that one, but he wants to overturn everything else.
He said on record he wants to overturn the law that makes it so he can marry his wife. He said that on record, publicly.
Okay. I don't doubt.
I wouldn't doubt it. Would be
he gets paid a lot of money from other rich white men.
And if he did make that statement, it just makes him even more ignorant than we all assume he already is. He's a bought and paid for judge. The best thing the man could do is vacate the seat. He should resign. He should retire. He'd get a good chunk of money. But he can't because he's a vote. And the Republicans, the conservatives in this nation aren't going to give up that Supreme Court, baby. I wish we could expand the court.
He can't because he can still make a lot more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what he's
And he doesn't have to.
He's not
He
done
doesn't
yet.
have to retire. He doesn't have to be ethical. He doesn't have to recuse
He's a
himself
Supreme
from
Court
anything.
justice.
There's no law that says he has to do any of that. He's in there for life.
I did hear some funny news about Trump's immunity case, though, in his claims.
What's that, Jeremy?
Keith Olbermann was talking about it this morning. he was saying that none other than, I can't think of his name right now, the Supreme Court justice that used to be the leader who died a couple of years ago, who was friends with Cheney, he wrote that no president can be immune. He himself, the sainted one. I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
I can't remember the gentleman's name right now, but he's usually a contributor.
Anthony Scalia.
Yes, Scalia. Yes, wrote
there you
that
go.
no president is above the law and cannot have immunity. He himself said it.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Oh Lord! I have been very rude. I'm sorry. It made a noise. It made me look up, and I've let this go by for 21 minutes. I am sorry. Deanna McMahon came in. I'm going to call that's Canadian. That's $3 donation, and said, "They go how we go. They go low, we go lower. Trump stinks. Mock Trump." I don't want to take the high road anymore. Deanna, thank you very much, and I apologize for being late on that. And Karen Van Wyk just came in with a $2 donation and said, "I pray to I'm sorry, I pay her. Let's start with selling. To pay her, let's start with selling Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, let's tow off an airplane. Let's take a couple of properties in New York. That's what I personally, I'm looking forward to seeing. Because I do. I want to see him punished. I do. He has punished this nation. He has damaged the soul of this country, as Joe puts it. He has turned brother against brother. He has turned state against state. He's doing his best to create a mini civil war in his mind. That people are going to stand up for Trump and attack who? Me? You? Because that's what they want. That's exactly what they want.
They would do that in a heartbeat.
How many more?
How un-American is that? How un-American is that?
It's very un-American, but if their feckless dear leader says do it, that's exactly what they'll do.
That is exactly why we have to worry about it. Because their feckless leader will say it. He will instruct them to do it. Yeah.
And where have we heard the words re-education camps?
Yeah. Baby, that's what I've been calling it. Re-educate. Yeah. We're just going to take these liberals over here and teach them the right way.
They call them that in the 900-page document, Project 2025, re-education camps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Started with the LGBTQ and then anyone that disagrees with them.
It is. Yeah. If you have not yet checked out Project 2025, and again, do yourself a favor. If you don't want to read the whole thing, go over in Wikipedia and read the synopsis. It will be enough to scare the hell out of you. Yes, they have a plan. They're going to replace all the agencies. Donnie will be a head leader of everything. And the scary part is there's a mechanism to do that.
He will decide. He will make all the decisions for everybody.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Including you and your daughter and your daughter's daughter and your daughter's daughter's daughter.
Even your dog. I don't care what it is. He's going to be the deciding factor on everything because in his mind and these people behind him, and as Project 2025 points out, that all of the agencies fall under the executive branch. We have three branches, the legislative branch, the judicial branch, and the executive branch. Under the executive branch are all the departments that you can think of. Energy, agriculture, I don't care what it is. It's all under the executive branch, which they argue puts it in the president's, the president isn't, and indeed in a way he is, but we appoint people as director of agriculture, so people who are knowledgeable in that area can help to in that area, but that's not what they want to do, baby.
And let's not forget who's responsible for that. Mike Johnson.
Yeah, Mike Johnson. Yeah, if you want to see Project 2025 in action, preacher of the house, Mike Johnson. That's it, right there.
Yeah, you don't have to look any farther than that guy to get
he's
scared.
He's been placed in that position for a reason.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. Right now, he's got a few problems. But let me thank Ed Beatty Jr., who came in with a $10 donation and said, Trump for prison 24. That's where
I second that emotion.
Yeah, that's what we all want to see. That's what he deserves. But even that will throw this country into turmoil. Even doing what we should do, doing the right thing is going to tear this country apart. There's no. I don't see a good way out of this. He has painted us into a
I do.
position.
I see a great way out of this.
How? What?
All of
What?
us,
What?
we get up and we go to the polls and we vote
And
blue
we vote.
all the way down the line
And we
vote.
make sure that we can go and vote for blue.
and take a
Indeed.
friend.
Because
Yeah. Make sure you ask, like Bernadette said, your neighbors, your friends, co-workers, if they need a ride.
Take a friend.
Be involved. Call your local Democratic headquarters. Find out when the next meeting is going to be. Are you shitting me? Kay Allen just came in with a $20 donation. Kay Allen, thank you very much. Kay is in the heart of that shit. Kay's in D.C., baby. I've seen the pictures of Kay Allen out there on the mall protesting. I've seen her with her signs. Kay Allen is one of those people that do two for blue. Do something for it. And I want to thank her for that. She's been a long time blued out, and I'm proud of her.
Stars and brownie points.
I am.
Do you see
John,
where James Carville is also giving gold stars now?
Who's he giving gold stars to?
People that are getting out there and getting active
There you go.
for the blue.
That's
Right on.
That's what this show is and a lot of other shows, is to motivate people to be involved, do something, get involved, and there's lots of ways, because it's an existential threat to our democracy, this fight that we're in. We can't take this lightly. Ain't nobody stays in the bunker, baby. Everybody has to be on the line. That's the way we survive this shit. Because if people like Trump have their way.
Lots to be done.
Oh, lots to be done.
This
I've
month
got
is
a
our
question for you, John.
October, people.
What's that, Joe?
I have a question for you. Are you within the San Patricio County district?
No, I'm on the
Oh,
line. If I swim across the river, I am. Yeah.
Well, then it would be illegal.
I would be illegal. That's right. If I swim across the
Jump
river,
for the
I'd be
razor
illegal.
wire, John.
Yeah, I got to watch out for that boats going up and down. Yeah.
My
Hey, don't laugh. This used to be the border between Texas and Mexico. The river I live on used to be the border.
Yep.
Until we moved it to the Rio Grande. But
it got moved.
It got moved.
Lots of
But
times.
my cousin is running for San Patricio County, San Patricio County Commissioner.
Oh,
Really?
And
Right on.
that's what I've been doing, trying to get votes for her.
Outstanding.
that is
Outstanding.
outstanding.
See, there's something. Joe's being active. That's what
Gold
you can do.
stars and brownie points.
Well, give me. We'll do two for blue him. Give us his name and everything. Make sure we get him. 'Cause
Her,
we'll do
John.
this.
Well,
Hi.
he is Alma
I'm sorry.
Villarreal Moreno. And
Say that again.
Her name is Alma Villarreal Moreno.
And she is running for San Patricio County Commissioner.
Yes.
Outstanding.
And
Outstanding.
like I said, she was in that position before, but she decided not to run again, took a leave, and has now decided to come back because things are not good. So
Right.
she's coming back.
Outstanding.
Good for
Outstanding.
her.
That's where it all starts. That's what they used to say. All politics is local. This is where it starts, baby. All the way from county commissioner to the president. It's all, you vote for all of them right at your local precinct. This is
Absolutely.
all of it. So, hey, let me send out a couple of thank yous. T-Rock in the house came in with a $10 donation and said, abort the Supreme Court. Yeah, there's an idea. Or increase it. T-Rock, I'm just happy you're in there, buddy. You've been with us a long time. I appreciate you. And Kay Fitzgerald came in with a $5 donation. Thank you very much. And Corey Barton came in with $5. Wow, y'all going to round out the month out just very nicely. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Today's the last day of the month. So all these come in next month on the 21st of the month when John gets to pay the bills. So thank you all very much for that. I appreciate it. Keeps us on the road, baby. Anyway. So what else is going on? What else?
Well,
is
the
going
water
on in
went
the world?
down.
The water went down. What? Oh, in the lake?
No, the water went down in your front yard.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna have any rain for yeah. You could almost see all the way to the driveway, all the way to the house, huh? There's still
I'm
a spot
telling
there.
you.
Yeah, sun come out. It'll dry up in a couple of days. I need to run over and get another load of caliche from the pit over here and come back and put it in that low spot. That's what I need to do. I'm working.
Absolutely.
I spent all day on Bob. Bob's looking better, but Bob's in bad shape, so the whole family's concerned
sorry
about
to
Bob
hear
right
that.
now.
What bit
It's
him?
pitiful.
What bit him?
I assume it was a snake. I don't know. He came in, tore up, and it got worse from there. But
Well, you got two types of snakes out there that I know of: rattlers and water moccasins.
yeah, we got them, and well, we got other ones too. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best right now. But yeah, I'm also he's a good cat. He's tough. He's tough. He's got antibiotics now, and the wound is we're gonna, instead of keeping it wrapped up, we're gonna leave it unwrapped and let it dry.
Absolutely.
So let it. He's a tough cat. So we're gonna hope he pulls
Well,
through.
it wasn't a young snake, because young snakes tend to let all their venom out, and an older snake will just give you a
Yeah,
little
they'll give you
taste.
a little taste of it in case she has to use some more.
Yep.
Anyway,
Well, we're good vibes for Bob.
I think I got high hopes he's going to pull through. I do. I can see the determination in his little eyes.
There you go.
Jeff Curry says he's never been bit by a snake because they ain't fast enough. I tell people all the time, my wife is from Freer, Texas. In Freer, Texas, there's two things: oil and snakes. And they got a market on snakes, rattlesnakes, baby. Go look it up. Freer, Texas, biggest rattlesnake roundup. That's what we used to do. We used to hang around, drink beer, we'll ride on the back roads and look for rattlesnakes. Hell of a hobby. I tell people there's only one snake I'm afraid of.
Hi, Mom.
The one I don't see.
Hi, honey.
Absolutely.
That's the one I worry about. But
Bernadette, have you read the letter that Judge Royce Lambert wrote about the Jan 6? Is anybody familiar with that?
I think I saw a head. What are you talking about?
He's
Go
a
ahead.
judge. Judge
Yes.
Lambert was appointed by Reagan. He's been on the bench for 38 years. He
Yes.
was conducting the case with the terrorist from January 6th, Mr. Little, who kept saying he was a political prisoner. And the judge wrote a scathing letter
Saying
about how preposterous these claims
saying, "No,
were,
you're
and
not."
outlined why they were preposterous.
That's the January 6th defendants are trying to. Donnie's been calling them hostages. Are you shitting me? Really?
He's not the only one out there calling them hostages.
No, but he's the one that started, and the Republicans are just, they get behind him. No matter what he does or says, they get behind him. Yeah.
That's
Judge
why we
Ludick.
need to vote, people. We need
Yes.
to vote.
Yeah. And today, where was it? Was it Illinois today? I don't know. I can't remember now. It was about him being on the ballot. Was it Illinois or some other state today decided that they're going to allow him on the ballot? They're deferring to the Supreme Court in the Colorado case.
But all of them, John, don't get it misinterpreted. I think all of them right now are all about primary ballots.
So far, yes.
It doesn't include the eventual presidential ballot, the general ballot right now.
In November.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
that's a whole nother argument.
Yeah. Yes, it was Illinois. Thank you, Kelly K. Duncan. Yeah, they decided to defer the case until the Supreme Court. It was a bipartisan decision, 8-0, in a mixed court that decided to wait, and because this decision is ultimately going to be held by the Supreme Court. It has to be, because it's going to be challenged. And mind you, also noted that in that decision it said that they thought that he had engaged in insurrection. So that question has to be resolved, in those legal terms. Did he commit insurrection? Yes,
I
he
think that's
did.
pretty much
Yes.
what the Supreme Court would say
I
first,
think
though. I
that's
mean,
what that's what it
that
is.
has to be resolved.
Yes.
And
You can't get his decision on the 14th until you get his decision on that. Did he aid and abet? Yes, he did.
Yes. And he
Yes.
constantly does.
And he's
yep, we
still
know
doing
he
it.
does, but they legally have to determine
There you
that.
go.
Wow.
There you go. And
Sometime
there's
in,
the-
I don't know, 2030. I don't know.
Yeah.
It has to be determined by
because what we saw on the 6th of January in 2021, none of us can believe our own eyes as to what we saw,
we saw.
that day.
We are all witnesses to what happened
Yep.
that day. They could
But,
call
You
every
guys, I'll
witness
be
to the
right back.
stand.
I gotta go fill up my cup. I'll be right back.
Go fill up that cup.
No
I'm
matter
sorry.
how they
You know-
want to spin that, they can't unspin what we saw. We saw
No.
what we saw for hours. It went
But
on.
that's gonna be determined by a prejudiced kangaroo
Is-
court, which is the Supreme Court, because they are infested with magam.
No,
still
they
red.
won't.
His eyes are
Well,
still
I
red.
think the
was checking
Supreme
my
Court
cup.
is going to be looking out for themselves too, because if
I
Donnie
hope
gets
so.
reelected, the Supreme Court will be gone. There'll
Yeah.
be no need for a Supreme
Isn't
Court.
that a
Donnie will be
quandary?
making
Why
all
would
the
you need a
decisions.
Supreme Court if you have an all-powerful,
Exactly.
glorious leader?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
so the
hoping
court
that
better
they
tread
realize.
lightly on some of this stuff.
Yeah,
Or
I hope they
might
realize
not.
that.
I hope so, because I keep saying, if he gets back in, we're moving from democracy to something else. It is not going to be democracy. It's not going to be the people's vote that's going to put somebody in power. It's going to be something else, and we can't let that happen. And that all depends on you. It all depends on you being out there to vote. And more importantly, to be involved in this, to encourage others to be involved in it. We all have to show that courage of leadership, even if it's amongst our own friends, to have that courage to say, we can't let Donnie back in there, baby. We just can't let that happen to our country, to our neighbors. So
It's a hard thing to try to talk to a Republican and get him to listen and acknowledge. You have to tread real lightly with them, because the harder you push, the harder they repeat the stupidity.
I've mentioned this before. I am, and I'm not going to mention names except for his name is Russ, and if he's listening, well, Russ, where I'm going. Russ was on my TikTok a long time ago. Came in there with nasty comments. He was for Trump, but over time, we have changed from arguing back and forth to more of a conversation going back and forth. And Russ, I swear, buddy, I'm going to get you over on our side yet. I think I almost got you there now, buddy. You can't deny it. You're fighting for this country just the same way I am. And you can't deny what you see with that man. So anybody who has served this country, who loves this country, who lives in this country, we all need to be concerned about where they want to take us, where that man wants to go with this country.
And it's not just that man. It is
those that
Ted
empower
Cruz.
him.
It is, yes.
Yes.
Johnson, Cruz. Oh, Lord, the list is endless on the Republican
and we see their
side.
power right now going on with the border issue. That we know, every one of us knows, there is a deal in the Senate, a bipartisan deal that heavily benefits the Republican side of the argument. They're getting a whole lot of what they wanted. More border security. And Joe Biden talking about shutting the border down. All right, that's the shit that you wanted. And yet Mike Johnson down in the House is saying no. Dead on arrival, we're not taking it. Because it doesn't matter what we try to give them. They want this issue. And that should tell you everything about the Republican Party. They are not interested in fixing a damn thing. Have you seen them put forth any legislation? No. Since Joe Biden took office, it has been nothing but a shit show of social make-believe outrages Hunter Biden or whatever it is, the outrage de jour. That's what they've done, and they continue to do. They're not interested in legislating or fixing anything. They don't want to fix the border. They don't want to improve the economy.
Mike Johnson better be careful. He better be careful because it only takes one vote to oust him from the Republican side.
They did it to Kevin McCarthy. I don't know what they're holding up now.
Absolutely.
Because he's making deals.
That's what I'm saying. He's making deals.
Continuing resolution to pay the bills for a couple more months. Ain't that sad?
Which is ridiculous.
Which is ridiculous. That's what I do month to month. I don't want my government running the house like I do, sweating out every month. No. We have to pay the bills, baby. Oh man. It's worth fighting for, baby.
Most of us don't need to be worrying about, am I going to get my Social Security check in 3 months or not?
Yeah.
Boy, that'll sink my ship.
A lot of us live month by month. We can,
Nor do we need to, worry about, are they going to pass a budget or shut the government down every 6 months?
Yeah. Every 3 months.
It's every 3 months.
Yeah. They're not passing these things, but just for a couple of months, a continuing resolution just to get us account for a few more months.
Yeah. We can really.
They're designing it that way.
Like a payday loan.
Really do better in this country than what we have now.
Hi, Salvador.
Hey, Salvador.
Pardon me. Hello. I'm doing fine, Salvador. How are you?
You okay?
I'm okay, Salvador.
His cat is sick. Bob is sick.
Hi, Bob.
I'll tell Bob you said your love, Bob. I appreciate that, Salvador.
Bye. Bye. Sorry.
Bye, Salvador. We love
Bob
we
needs
love
all of
Sal. He makes me smile. He makes me smile. Yeah, we there's a lot of things we face in this world, baby. We have to. This is a society. We're like-minded people in the thought that we want to lift up society, that we want to make it better for everybody. We want Salvador to have a good life. I want you to have a good life. I want my neighbors, my state, our country.
Hell, I want to have a good life. Is that too much to ask?
No.
I want a normal working government.
Yes, exactly. It would be nice to go back to a normal working government. However, here's the problem. We can't go back to what we had because that was apparently broken too. We can't spend decade after decade after decade trying to fix the border and never getting it done. We need people in our government that are going to take these problems seriously.
Which is the blue people. Blue. We need 60 in the Senate, and we need to take back the House.
Yes.
60 in the Senate and take back the House and keep Biden in office.
The Republicans had a plan for over 40 years to do exactly what they're doing now. They set this shit up a long time ago, and now they are experiencing the results of them being diligent. That's what Democrats need to do.
That's right.
We need to diligent.
We need to take care of the future.
I can't emphasize that enough. We cannot get complacent and think we got this in the bag.
No.
We got to get up and go to the polls, take somebody with you, and don't forget to check your registration before you leave your house.
There you go.
Because they changed everything while we
all
were
need
complacent.
to do. Get that fired up.
Yeah.
We are the ones that allowed this to happen. As
we did.
We can't. Every president that is elected, that's us. That's our society that is doing that. So everything happens within that president's term.
And now we're at a point where we've got to fight for democracy, y'all. What two are you gonna do to hold down your country? I'm not leaving my country. I don't care how whacked out these assholes get.
No.
I ain't going nowhere. I will fight for my country. I was born here. I will freaking die here. I ain't leaving.
Don't make me
so
pull
bring
the
it
pin
on.
This Bernadette.
Yeah, and he's threatening to deport U.S. citizens, people. U.S. citizens.
Because
You
I
all
was
need to
born
be
here. Where
aware
you
of
going to
what they
deport me
are
to?
threatening to do to us.
Yes.
And wake up and vote blue.
Just because,
Well, I
yeah,
know.
in his mind, just because you were born here doesn't make you a citizen. It's questionable. Really?
I know
Well,
exactly
I
that,
where
think it says
Donnie
that
right
was
here in
should
the
going.
go.
papers that, yeah.
That should go for his half-breed children. All of them. All of them.
Well, I know exactly where Donnie would
Because
send
none
me.
of their mamas was born here. Well, maybe one, the middle one.
We all came from somewhere else.
Tiffany. Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
one of us. If you're not Native American, you came here from someplace else. So we're
But
all
John,
immigrants. We're a nation
I got
of
some of
immigrants.
that in me too.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a
Oh,
little
hell
stake.
yeah.
Yeah, see there, you got your little stake in the ground there. Then, see, I
Mhm.
think a lot of us are.
We,
I think a
Yeah.
lot more people than you realize are have Native American in our bloodline. Yes, I
you
think
know
a lot
what?
of us do. What?
I think that instead of deporting me, instead of deporting me across the border, let's move the border back where it was, and I'm home already.
Yeah. there you-
Okay.
Wait a minute, Joe. No, buddy. Wait a minute. Let me think here for just a minute. If they put the border back where it was, nope. You'd be in Texas. I'd be in Mexico, buddy.
Thank you, Mom. You were school?
Yep. That's the side of the river. You live on the other side, buddy.
Hey, if they
Well, we're
put
gonna
the
have to
border
switch
back where
houses,
it was,
Tom.
the whole West Coast would still be part of
I'm
Mexico.
telling you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would.
Speaking about the West Coast, Bernadette, you got
Yeah.
Your rain gear.
your
ready?
rain gear going?
Dude, y'all quit wishing rain on me. You know, we're gonna have 2 weeks of this stuff.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about on the news.
Yeah.
What do they call
Yeah.
it? An atmospheric river? That doesn't
Yes.
sound good. That doesn't sound good.
No, it's
Atmospheric river.
it's just a constant pouring of water on
Yeah,
us, and
And I'm praying
yeah,
for you
it's-
because you're at the top of the mountain or at the bottom of the mountain. Either
I'm at the
way,
top of the mountain
at the
on
top of
a
the mountain.
rock. On
well,
a
rock.
rock.
So she's
let's
safe.
hope you don't get no landslides.
She just
No,
might not
I'm at
be-
the top.
might-
I'm
might
riding
not
the
be able
wave
to
if
go
I go
anywhere.
down. Okay.
There you go.
That's
I
right.
get
haven't
your
Your
moved in
chat show
40
says
years, so
You get your
Or-
surfboard out and just ride the wave.
that's right. That's right.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm good.
I'm with you, Virginia
good.
Whitley. Revoke Trump's
So
nationality and stick him on the
we got
monument
work to
somewhere.
do. We got work to do in this country, and we have to stay diligent
We
after,
do.
before, during, and after we get our work done. We can never give up anymore,
Well, you know
you guys.
that's the
No.
We
that's the
can
thing about
never
this.
give it up again.
The work never ends because we're not there yet.
No,
It never
And,
ends.
and
Even-
look back
even-
at the history of our nation that has brought you where you are today. The
Mhm.
the life that we live in this country, and it doesn't take long to look at the news and find out just how blessed we are in this country, how lucky we are to live in the
Yep.
society that we have. But it's vulnerable, just like any other society would be. And it's up to us that we're the only ones that take care of this shit. We're the ones that vote. We're the ones that determine what our future is. And if we're not careful, if we let crazy idiots in to our house, then they're going to change the fabric of this country, and we can't afford to do that.
no, that's true.
You know, so
That's true. What we got to do, even if we do win, we got to keep it up. We got to keep on going
yeah.
because
Oh, it doesn't
because
end with one election. You know,
No.
this is something. You know, I always try to tell people you don't have to make this consume your life, as it has mine, as it has with a lot of us on this show. That politics has actually consumed our life. It's what we do now because we're concerned. You know, but you don't have to do that. You can continue on with your life, but just
No,
pay attention.
Just pay attention
Stay
and stay
informed.
informed.
Take some action when you can. If you see the opportunity to do something, do it. If you have an opportunity to talk to a friend, if it comes up in the conversation, if they say, "Oh, I don't know, I kind of like Trump," no, say no. I'm not gonna turn my back on America. I'm gonna stand up for this country,
I,
baby.
I often tell people who say they love Trump,
Yeah,
why?
well,
What has he done for you? What has he done?
Slap them. Well, that's what every time they
Well,
say.
I'm tempted. Believe me, I am
Slap 'em.
tempted.
I want to,
am
but you just
tempted.
can't do that. You can't. They'll put you in jail.
Not
for
till
it.
they get a slapping law, John.
That's right. That's it. That's it. But just for fun, we always want, anytime I hear one, and anytime I hear Donnie, just because I like the tune.
I just need you to shut
That's what we want to
up.
tell him.
Nobody asked you, bitch.
Nobody asked you,
I
bitch.
need you
Shut
to
up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Shut
Shut
up.
the fuck up,
Go
bitch.
away.
Shut
That's
the
what
fuck
we
up,
want.
bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Because that's what he's trying to do. Put a wedge in this country.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up and get out of here. Go away. And I like the tune. That makes me want
John.
to get up and dance.
The
Yes.
tune reminds me of the Andrews sisters.
It is, doesn't
I
it?
love it.
I
Hey,
love that.
he got me moving.
It does.
Yeah.
It gets me motivated.
I wasn't born in the 40s, but Lord, I love that music.
It makes you want to get up and do a little swing, baby.
I
Sure.
wish
and
I
there's
wish I
more
didn't
than
have
one
to.
person I can point that to also. Yeah. Penny says she's singing. All right.
Yes.
See? There it is, baby. I want you to sing. I want you to feel good. I want you to be excited for what we have ahead of us. That's what we're working for. Because we can see what's going to happen on the horizon if he goes.
Let's not forget, in the last election, Biden won that election by 7 million votes, y'all. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Let's double it. Double it.
And that only requires the same people to vote, and I think we're going to have a whole lot more people out there.
And if we take one more, take a friend, take somebody who's never voted before, we double our numbers.
I'm sneaking Aussie.
Easy.
I'm sneaking
Get
Aussie.
the
Dave
young
in.
ones in your family registered.
Yes,
If they're not
make sure you're registered,
get them
because
registered.
that's one of the things that they're trying to change across this country. Registration,
Yes, it
changing
is.
things up where you may think you're registered, but oh Lord, you go down to voting
Check
day
your
and maybe
registration.
not. Maybe not.
You're trying
Hey,
to
let me-
change it to 21.
Yeah, I don't think so. Uncle Fatty just came in the room with a $5 donation and said, "Outrage de jour, copyright January 30th, 23, Blue Dot Live. Let Miss Bonita know I wrote my governor, senator, representative, and mayor today, and of course, fuck Mega." That's what Uncle Fatty said. So there's
I
his
am
list
pumping
of.
my pom-pom.
There
Uncle
you
Fatty.
go.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Outstanding.
Uncle Fatty brought
for you.
receipts.
Outstanding, Uncle Fatty. Thank you very much, not only for the donation, brother, but for your actions. That's what we all need
Good
to do.
example for everybody
example.
else.
Yeah.
I
you can
sent
do a
an
lot of
email
that on your
today.
computer. On your computer. You could get right on there. You're on here right now anyway. There's lots of things you can do on that phone, on that Pat tablet. You can write to everybody, including Joe Biden, and tell him what a great job he's doing. Aussie
Pick
Dave,
up
are
the
you
phone
in the
and call
room with
the
us?
White House comment line.
And leave a voicemail. If nothing else. Tell him how great you
He's muted.
I see
Ozzy,
that.
you're muted.
I see that.
John
There he
can
is.
No, I'm
see.
not. No, I'm
he's
not.
No,
It's
he's
just
not.
it's just your eyes.
Yeah, you're right.
Hi guys.
Hello,
Hi.
Aussie Dave. How are you doing, brother?
Don't believe what you see or what you hear. Just I'm not muted, all right.
Not
Hi. Yeah. Look, I'm not here for a long time. I'm just here for a quick good time. I'm waiting to be picked up, but I had to jump in. I have been listening to the show from the start. A couple of little points you guys have sort of graced on, but sort of not. I thought, yeah, they're going to breach that subject. 3 things.
What?
I heard Trump say last night, my generals. My fucking generals. What's
Use the
my
words.
generals?
Use the
Then I
words,
looked it
my
up,
general.
and he said my generals and my judges
Yes,
in
he
his
did.
speech.
He doesn't have
Now,
any generals nor judges.
What does that tell the American people, right?
It tells you exactly
Now,
what he thinks. Go ahead, Dave.
I want to know who the drug dealer was in the White House. I got to get in touch with him. He's got some good shit.
Did you
Yeah,
see the
believe
list?
his name was
Did you
Ronnie
see the list of
Jackson.
drugs?
It was the pharmacy.
They are strong drugs, mate. They are super strong drugs.
I'm
They killed
telling
Michael
you.
Jackson.
And not no short quantity of them, little quantity. There were some major numbers in there. In those,
And
in
we
those
heard nothing
pills.
about it.
Nothing.
And we don't know who. Yeah, I mean, if this was the Democratic situation where the Dems were in power, my God, the fireworks would be everywhere. This is
They would want to
these are
impeach
very
everybody.
dangerous drugs.
That needs to really
Yes,
be.
they would impeach
They
the
need.
pharmacists.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to know, is he a registered sex offender?
Yes.
If he's
Well,
not,
I don't know
why?
if he's registered, but he's been found liable for sexual assault.
And he
He
wasn't
should be-
required
he-
to register.
No,
He's a witness.
Really?
he should
Wow, how you get
Now-
out of that one?
Probably
Yes. Who do you?
Not long ago, I think.
Bernadette, it's his judge. Remember, his judge.
Yes.
That's what's happening
be.
here.
That's the one down.
You know,
what's
Goebbels
her
said
name?
it. Goebbels said what? Goebbels said it in 1939. After a German U-boat sank the Athena. Remember the Athena? It was a luxury cruise ship that was cruising the Atlantic before the war actually was started between America and the evil three. But it was England and Germany. But what they did, one of these 1939 German U-boats sank the Athena, full of private passengers, killed kids, and just
Right.
a worthless target. And Goebbels got up on stage, and he was the first man to say this: fake news. Now,
Fake
Donnie,
news.
we know you've been reading this book.
Oh
we
yeah.
know where all your words are coming out of this book. And with Stephen Miller there behind you, the sickest bastard in the world, this is a dangerous man to America, guys. You
It's
are
right out of
under
Mein
so
Kampf.
much threat.
It's right out of Mein
It
Kampf.
is.
That's exactly where
It's
Donnie
a crazy.
comes from. It's the same methods that Hitler used in 1930s Germany are the same methods that Donald Trump uses in our country today, and you can see the results because he sells patriotism, the love of country, and all that. But it's a distorted, nightmarish view of it. But there are those in our country that are willing to accept that. Bigoted, they're racist.
He's building a new army.
Yes, he is. He is trying to raise
A
an army.
Confederate army. Yeah, a Confederate
That has
army
been
he's
my
building.
tagline for a while. He is not trying to win an election. He is trying to raise an army. We all know.
He brings it
I
up
think,
all the
in our
time.
hearts,
All the time.
where this is going to go. Where this is going to go.
Mhm.
I don't think in my heart that he stands a chance of getting elected again. But it doesn't matter. If he loses, he's going to do the same thing he did last time, except worse. He's going to scream,
So-
"They did it again!" And
Do you
there
have
will
an
be those
answer
that
for
believe
one
him.
of Ozzy's questions? And Bill
What's-
Jones came in. He said it's a civil litigation. Registration as a sexual offender only applies to criminal convictions.
Criminal law.
And so that's why these were both civil
Yeah.
litigations, and that's why he doesn't have to register. So thank you, Bill, for
saves.
clarifying that.
Thank
I
you,
just
Bill.
love how
Yeah.
we got some very smart blue dots out there that'll just jump in and give us the
And
answer
Bill is
just
one
like
of them.
that.
Yeah.
But he's still a
Absolutely.
rapist.
He is still. He has
He
been
is an
found liable
adjudicated
for
rapist,
sexual
that he
assault.
is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In
No,
the civil
no,
court.
never has Texas.
and
Never
he's
has
gotta pay.
Texas or Oklahoma said to the government, the federal government, by the way, the federal government owned the border and some land either side of that border. Texas really has no power to say, apply
Texas has
laws
no
there.
authority on the federal border.
But he's hoping that the Texas Civil Guard stand their ground and start shooting at the federal agents. That's what he's hoping.
That's exactly what he's hoping. And think that through, that we have a sitting governor of a state that is trying to antagonize and provoke federal agents. Are they willing to take up arms against our own people, our own federal government?
They say it every time, John, that they're trying to start
The
a
answer
civil
is yes.
war.
The answer is yes.
Yep.
My governor would do exchange fire with federal
Your
agents, with Border
governor's
Patrol,
a fucking idiot.
because he
And
wants
blame
that.
Biden.
It's just
He
like
wants to
what
blame Biden.
Trump wants. It's exactly what they want. They want that battle. They want that
So answer me
division.
this. When the hell is Texas going to wake the hell up?
We're trying, baby. That's why I'm here all the time. Others in this state are
Well,
trying.
you took the words out of my mouth, Bernadette.
That's why we're here. That's all we have. The power of your vote is the only power the American people hold. Is your power to exercise that vote. if you don't do that, what are you? You know, we have to rely on you. They call it your civic duty. This is not an obligation. Nobody's going to arrest you if you don't do it. You're not going to get fined if you don't do it. Nothing's going to happen to you if you don't vote, except the worst of what the other side has to offer.
You know, the outrageous stuff that comes out of this party,
Yes.
people must realise they're a bunch of fools. I mean, Vivek Ramaswamy saying the NFL is rigging games to make Taylor Swift happy.
Are you
I mean,
Taylor
come
Swift,
on.
an agent that is destroying? Yes. Are you shitting me? Go look up that. Yeah, Taylor Swift is now an agent against America, and yeah, hooked up with, I don't know, CIA,
That's
FBI,
coming
whatever.
from very schwarmy there. Come on.
Yes, exactly.
It shows you the
just
depth of just how willing they're to just try to reach for straws.
AI nude photos appeared on X of Taylor Swift, and she's trying to take them down. These people are out of their damn minds. And anybody still using X, you're under the thumb of Elon Musk. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
He allows garbage on his platform. It might as well be called Lie Social too.
Yeah, I'm not there anymore.
Did you notice this judge that the judge that the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, and the court system said, yes, this is a perfect judge, and both sides said, yes, we're happy with this judge to look into Donald Trump's books and make sure nothing nefarious happens with his business dealings while this fraud case is going on. Well, she's found some bad shit, hasn't she?
Oh yeah, what do you think she's going to find? Bad
it's
shit.
It's worse now.
Yes.
It's worse, and he can't say shit because he said, yes, I like her. She can do it.
And then she did.
Yeah, she did. She did it all right. Right in his face.
Right in his face.
Now, how far will that go? Well, that's not criminal, is it? Once again, it's civil, isn't it?
I
this
think,
is a civil case.
Another civil case. And there ain't no telling,
But it looks like he's got...
the numbers might go higher than the 83 he's already in for.
Well, he could be up $1 billion by the time this is over.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't the Supreme Court do their job so we could get on with the criminal cases? I want to see some criminal case because that's the shit that's going to send his ass to jail.
What is that? Smartmatic is going after OAN. They're fixing to.
Yeah, but he's delayed them, guys. He's done something we said he won't be able to do. He's so far delayed these criminal cases month by month by month. We know it's canon now, but he's found a way with Judge Sutton.
The double-edged sword of our system.
Dave, this is the way that our system moves. Yeah. If you have the money, you can put on the delay. If you are a broke citizen, take your ass straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yep.
And that's the way our.
I agree. I understand all that. We have the same system here, but what's happened here lately is, and this, I'll throw this back to Trump again, we've never heard from the KKK or the Nazi Party in Australia for decades. And in the last 3 years, they're starting to surface. We've had some Nazi Party protesters happen here in Sydney and Melbourne, and I believe another state where they're marching in the street where they've proud Nazi flags and raving on, and the judges here or the police are here said we're shutting them down. The government said we're shutting them down, and when you do arrest them, we want them named, not wait till they go to court. And we want them. Mr. Smith was arrested for being a Nazi. Mr. Jones was arrested. That's what they're going to do here. It's actually, I've got the headlines. You read the post on Discord to show you. But we are fighting back and saying we're not going to let this stuff fester to any more than it is now. A bit of reaction from the shit that's happening in America from this arsehole. But he has created so much trouble throughout the world. It's not just Australia. Other countries are now dealing with Nazism rising, or small groups of Nazis protesting. They think they've been empowered. I don't know how or why. I think they all just look at America and think...
that's happening here, Dave.
Yes,
because
they
of
think they've got a chance.
More precisely, him. He's the one that is given rise to this over the last.
He's a danger to the world.
Yes. Yes.
He's a danger to the world, guys.
To society itself.
When he says my journals are my judges, that tells me
tells you
that
exactly.
he's going to decide who to go to war with, and he's going to decide who goes to jail. As you said before, guys,
and we all
no
know
need for
who's on the
Supreme Court.
list. Why would you need a Supreme Court if you have a Supreme Leader?
You would have the world up in arms if Biden went to jail for any reason, or any Democrat went to jail for any reason that was, projection of the crime of the people being charged. I would certainly say the world would be up in arms. America would suffer more than just locally with the local people. We would be so angry. You would be ostracized.
We don't want that, Dave.
You would be ostracized. We love Biden. I mean, the world doesn't think that it's great that he's 80 years of age, but we love what he's done. And he has made the world a safer place in many ways.
If I listen to Joe Biden, if I listen to Donald Trump, there's only one person I'm worried about, their cognitive ability, and that's Donnie Boy. I don't hear Joe Biden making the stupid shit that Trump has lately. What with that? Calling
the airports and the ramparts and the Nikki Haley compared to Nancy Pelosi.
Haley, that's what I was thinking about. Nancy Pelosi and Nikki Haley. He doesn't know one from another right now, and he could care less as long as the story sounds good. Oh man.
Yes, Obama as well. I mean, I hope Nikki Haley just hangs in there to be a thorn in his side and hopefully expose some of his crap.
Everybody's sitting up here praising Nikki Haley.
Not praising her.
Hang on, because, everybody is praising Nikki Haley for finally stepping her game up and calling that asshole out. Let's not forget, Chris Christie was the first one to go out there and do it. He did it from day one of his candidacy. Okay, and I give him a hell of a lot more credit because he was doing it when everything. Nikki Haley will pardon that fucker. Nikki Haley will pardon him.
She would accept the vice presidency.
No.
Nikki Haley would accept
she would
the vice presidency.
Too. Okay, I'm not a big Nikki Haley fan.
I'm not either. But as long as she wants to sit out there and punch him, I'm all for it. Punch him again.
Do you think? Keep him busy, and I appreciate that. Okay, but she ain't no miracle cure for the MAGA-minded idiots out there.
No, and they're not. MAGA is not going to go with Nikki Haley. MAGA is they're so far stuck on to Donnie's ass, they're not going anywhere. And that's what I mean. They're not voting on policy or politics. They're voting on the fuck you. I'm voting for Trump. Yeah, how you like that? That's what it is.
They could have
my neighbors don't give a shit about politics or policy. They do it.
If they got behind Nikki Haley, John,
that's all.
They would have. They got behind Nikki Haley. They would, one, have a reserve or backup or just in case, and number two, they could have the first female president in their mind, a chance to have something to achieve.
I think
rather than chase a loser.
If I think about it logically, she stands a better chance of getting the Republican vote than Donald Trump does. So Nikki Haley would pose more of a threat in the election than Donald Trump does. Because just for that, if they dumped Trump and went with Haley, then there would be a whole lot of more people on the conservative side going, oh yeah, we want to be the first one to get a woman president. Let's do Nikki Haley. A lot of the,
and do they realize she's for the abortion ban? She's for everything that Trump is for.
Exactly. But again, we're not talking about the people that are. We're not talking about the people that know the issues. We're talking about the people that are going to vote for emotion. And she can pull some of those.
There's some blue people out there that would vote for her simply because of her age. Okay, I'm not going to go with Biden, even though Biden could have the best record in the fucking universe.
Which I think he does right now. And he does. And things keep getting better.
But they would go for her just because she's pretty in whatever the fuck she's wearing today.
Yeah.
Get over it. The sexism that goes on in elections is hella ridiculous. Hella ridiculous.
Yep. I just feel that this is your look, guys. You are going through a civil war in some respect. It's not a physical war, but it's certainly a mental and verbal war.
It is a battle that we're going through right now. Yes.
Yep.
We are going through a battle. As
Joe Biden
puts it, a battle for the soul of this country. That's what Joe Biden
And we've
said, and
been
I
going
believe him.
through this civil war since Trump got into office.
Yes.
Because he created this bullshit. He brought it, bubbled it up, and has left it out there for everybody to have to deal with. And now we have to deal with it, y'all. So let's deal with it. Let's take our blue asses to the polls and vote in numbers that resoundingly says no to the loser.
What does that song say? In numbers too big to deny. That's what
Yes.
we need. The numbers too big to deny, baby. I want to thank Corey Barton, who came in with a $5 donation right now. Thank you, Corey, very much. And I want to thank everybody on the panel tonight for coming in and discussing the issues. We do have a lot coming up. I want y'all, by the next show, we should have at least a good teaser with some video and some sound on our new project, Left on the Table, with Bernadette and Miss Chick, discussing further some of the issues that we bring up on this show, but don't always get through the whole issue into what things we can do. So I am really looking forward to it.
Those issues that get left on the table.
I think the first episode
that's why it's called that.
Is going to be I think Bernadette and one of our Blue Dots. I don't want to give anything away, but it's going to be that conversation, and we're going to have this with other individuals. And other conversations, and so I'm really looking forward to Thursday, because by that time Travis said he should have a little something for us. So I don't know. He has to work all his magic, so I'm just thankful that we have him. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in and being a part of this show. It shows you care. It shows you're involved, and it's one of the things you can mark off your list that you do too for Blue. Hey, you watch the Blue Dot Show, so you're being involved, you're being informed. So that's put
and if you're in here watching, smash that like button.
Yeah,
that's
hit
easy.
That like button. That's easy. Yeah, I like you.
Subscribe while you're there. That's easy too.
That way you get to know every time we're here. And there is going to be more entertainment coming, so there's going to be a lot more that might be dinging off the wall. We're going to have plenty, because we only have a short time. November's going to come soon, and there is going to be a whole lot of bullshit between now and then. There ain't no telling what we're going to go through before we get to November. But this family's going to be here, and we're going to be discussing it. Anyway, Joe.
You know,
yes.
Sorry.
Joe, thanks for coming in, brother.
Hey, we do what we can when we can.
I appreciate you all the time, brother. How's Maria?
Like I said, she's fine. She went back to work. She had a weekend. She had a whole week of vacation. Now she's going to get ready to go to work.
Zone. Yeah, she's back in her comfort zone.
You know what? She loves it.
I know it. That's what I'm saying. You know, she knows what she's doing. I can't wait for her retirement, but yeah.
I can't wait for her to retire, and then we get things done, and hopefully we can get all these dumb people out of there. Including
that's our job.
I am looking forward to working real hard to get Ted Cruz the hell out of Texas.
Oh, baby. Yeah. Out of your mouth to God's ears, let's do that. Anyway,
I'm telling
Joe, thank you very much. And
thank you for being there for us.
Outstanding, brother. Like clockwork, 3 times a week, baby. We're here. Let me thank Maria Felix, who came in with a $5 donation and said, love to Bob, John, and all the Blue Dots. Thank you very much. As soon as we get off here, I will give Bob a hug. It's my job to make sure Bob feels better. And Joe Nosewicks came in with a $5 donation. Jay, thank you very much. I appreciate it tremendously. All the help that y'all give this show is appreciated, and we're trying to bring new and exciting new things. Anyway, before my mouth quits working. Aussie Dave.
Yes, guys, I wasn't here for long, so there's no need to thank me. I'm glad to pop in and say hello.
We appreciate any time you pop in. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me on the show.
We have, we get a lot of comments from people in Australia. We have a pretty good following of family members in Australia.
Do.
We do.
Yes, you do.
And I have to say
not
thank
just
you
in
for
Australia.
spreading the word. Not just in Australia.
Not just in Australia.
All over the place.
You've got Asia, New Zealand, You have a lot of local
all over
countries
Europe. Yes,
that
Great
support
Britain,
this.
Scotland,
Tells
Ireland.
me the world is concerned, not just
They are.
Americans. The world is concerned. So when you
Which
go to bed at night, guys, just remember the Western, sensible, educated, civil world is behind you every step of the way and understands your fight. The trouble is, you've got to find that silver bullet, and that is, unfortunately, 2024. That's
It
going to
is.
shoot him down, and it's going to end his career as a person, but he'll have to go to jail. No question, he'll have to. I'll leave you
I'm
with one
looking.
good thought, one last thought.
What?
Our mobile phones. We're all prisoners to our mobile phones, aren't we? Everyone's a prisoner to their mobile phones. Mobile phones have done a lot of damage to the world with social media. Why do you think they
It,
call them cell phones? Because we're
cell
prisoners
phones.
to them.
We are. We're in a cell with a buddy. Everybody's got one
Yeah.
attached to their hip. Can't live without
Put your
it
phone
nowadays.
down and stop listening to the bullshit. And as the Bernadette and Mitchy Chicken, you say, support democracy and
There
support
you go,
someone
baby.
who is a democratic.
We're trying to save it, baby.
Good
We're
night,
trying to
America.
save it. Good night,
Good night,
Aussie
Dave.
Dave. And thank you for being here, brother. And Bonita.
Yes, John.
Oh, we always love it when you come in here and get us pumping them pom poms. Love it.
Well, I am so proud of everybody that's been on the ball and busy with their list and doing things, because this month is over tomorrow. February has 28 days, people. Time is running out. We need
Yeah,
to get
it's
busy.
gonna
This year
fly by.
there's 29.
No time to rest. Get busy.
There you go. Out of the silver Jedi's mouth to your ears. Get busy. Anyway, Bonita, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you for having me, and I hope Bob feels better.
We're all hoping Bob feels better, and I've got good vibes. Bob's looking good. He's a tough little shit, and
That's very
now,
tough.
yeah, we got some antibiotics going on with him, some wash on the wound, and all that kind of stuff. We got everything that they can give him, so we're fighting.
Can I
hard
just
for
ask
Bob.
you, John, about
Yeah.
Bob?
What?
Is it where he was he bitten? Do you know he was bitten? Was he
No, I don't know for sure. It looked like a snake bite
at
when I first saw it. Is what it looked like
at the
to me. Like
site?
he
What's
got
it look like?
now.
What's
Oh,
the wound look like? Yes.
now
Is it
it looks bad.
festered? Is it
It's
red?
it
Is it
it is
blue?
it is swelled up to the point that it popped, that it actually broke open.
It
So
popped.
yeah, which could be a good thing now. We could get a lot of the infection out of there.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
yeah,
cats
he
with fine fur have always have a problem, or not always, but quite often have a problem where a little seed or a little sharp-edged
yeah.
product from a tree gets in under the skin and festers, and it can do all sorts of nasty stuff. So, I was just wondering, because there are different
Yeah.
signs for different things.
Well,
But if
there's
it's red
still
in
a
a
good
pot,
possibility. I seen Pauline Hall put the question in there: is Bob going to be a tripod? There's a distinct possibility that he could lose his leg, and yeah, it's that bad. But we're going to fight. We'll know in another week or so whether or not that leg is going to make it. But it doesn't look good. But we don't give up.
Who fixed it?
We're going to fight. We're going to fix Bob.
This is yours,
But-
mine.
It's yours.
But if he ends up being a
Leave it
tripod,
alone.
that's fine too. He'll
Yep.
come home. Yeah, we'll get him through this one way or another. We have a lot of animals here at the house. We love every one of them. What can I say? If you love your animals, then you know where we're at. It's scary. I'll tell you what though. I guess I'm just old. The price of taking your pet to a vet nowadays is just, man, it's scary because
It's no different than taking a kid. It's no
it
different
ain't.
than taking
No.
a kid.
No, it ain't. But you get hit with that, and you go, "What? Excuse me?" But,
yep, it's dearer than a person.
But what is love worth?
Vets,
That's the question.
they know that.
So
Vets
yes,
know
they,
that.
they do that. But Bob's well loved in this house. And, yeah. We'll
Well,
keep
we
up
could
the
all
good fight.
we could all if we all threw in $1 for Bob's health and healing Bob,
Oh,
$1
yeah.
for Bob, we'd probably
$1
have him
for-
fixed up.
Yeah.
$1
Yeah,
for
I
Bob.
asked about that too. Boy, howdy shit. How much to have their Weibo's cut there, Doc? Holy shit, that's gone up too. Yeah, I got to take it back to the county for that shit. Now you go to a veterinarian for that, boy, it's going to cost you some bucks.
No,
And
mate. If Bob
I
needs
got
to
too many
be
sets of
tripod
balls
Bob,
out there that need cutting. Anyway,
I would
Anyway.
donate for
We talk
tripod
about
Bob.
these things in the blue room, you guys. Come on.
yeah, let's
Do
go.
this.
We got to get out of here. We'll be talking all about snipping
Mhm.
nuts. Anyway, Aussie Dave, thank you very much for pitching in there, buddy. And let me see,
We've
Miss
been there.
Chick. Miss Chick.
Did
Thank
you
you.
already say good evening to Bonita?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did.
Sorry. I missed that.
Oh,
I missed all of you.
I miss you too.
yes, I got it. I got it. Now it's your turn.
Now it's
To
my
say
turn.
to say thank you, Miss Chick, for everything you do. And you do
Oh,
a
you're
lot.
welcome, John.
I can't wait to see this new episode of Left on the Table.
Well, that's all. That one's all on Bernadette.
That
I
one will be
Thank you,
Bernadette.
guys.
But yours will be coming. I just
Yes,
love
it
this
is.
whole concept and where it's going to take us. I love the idea,
Yeah.
and I think Travis is going to do wonders with it. So
Right on.
And while we're all holding our breath, waiting for Left on the Table, we got
yes,
to remember
yes.
to check our registration. Make sure that everything's up to snuff. We're ready to vote. We're ready to go to the primaries. And today
Yes.
was a special primary in South Carolina for District 109.
Really?
They needed to refill a seat for their state senate.
All right.
And there was also one in Michigan, and I couldn't quite, I think it was two state house seats in Michigan were being filled somewhere in the lower half of the state today in a special vote. So check your local area too. You never
Yes.
know when there might
It's
be
not
something.
just it's just not just the national election.
Not
There's
always these
elections
big
on-
dates.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some other stuff shoved in
There's
there.
important stuff that goes on all the time that we need to be aware of in your own area.
But we're all going to
Yeah.
be looking for South Carolina and what's going on the 3rd.
Everybody's going to be watching.
That's the Democratic primary on the 3rd, which is actually really nice because it's a Saturday. They get to vote on Saturday.
I'm
nice
looking
is
forward
that?
to after the vote. I want to see the vote, but I want to see what happens after the vote. Does Nikki Haley drop out and kiss the ring, or does
Well,
she
she's
continue
not.
her
She's
little
not
talk?
in this one. This is just a Democratic primary.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I was talking about
Yeah, the South Carolina
other one, no.
Republican one is on the 24th.
24th. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the Democrats on the 3rd.
the Democrats on the 3rd.
There
Yep.
you go.
Get
So
out there and support Joe Biden.
There you go, baby.
That's what we
That's
gotta
what we're
do.
about. Anyway,
Yep.
anybody
Okay.
share that shit you want to call out or?
Thank you.
I've got a couple names I could grab from a recent list. Let's
Alright.
see. Because we have some people that share quite often.
Outstanding.
Like
We
Rhonda
appreciate
Mork
that.
from Missouri shares quite often. I know that. Let's see. Do. Larry Bean from North Dakota and Rick Jennings from New York. I know he shares quite a bit. And Nan Rockwood from South Dakota
Outstanding.
also is a frequent sharer. So we want to thank all of those
All
people
of
that
our-
continually share. And
Yeah.
it's like Bonita says, they're bringing their receipts. They keep sharing
go.
that shit. They're doing something.
They're doing something to further the cause. And
Yes.
I want to thank you, Miss Chick, for everything you do, baby.
You're welcome, John.
And Bernadette.
And then John, and I just want to shout out to all those
Right.
people that are sharing. Thank you very much. I mean,
Indeed.
you are pumping our numbers up, and we appreciate that. Come on in,
We are
join
growing.
Discord, join the show, use your voice. And Miss Linda has come in with a super chat, and you'll get it in a moment. So you know.
Nope. It's gonna ping. It's gonna ping in a minute, but I think I saw it. It says
Yes.
Miss Linda came in with a $2 donation and says for the Bob Fund. Fuck Trump.
There you go.
That's what she said. It
There
should
you
pop
go.
up here in a minute. Though. Should be a little
All
thing
right.
here. We'll play.
Thank
we'll
you,
play
Miss
that out.
Linda, for the Bob Fund, and
Indeed.
everybody.
Yeah, indeed.
Say it
yeah,
with me. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump.
Okay.
Did she say that on this show right there? Boy,
Yeah,
howdy,
I
she
didn't
said
say
that
anything.
right here. I think she said fuck
Trump's
Trump
just
right here.
been Bernadette. She's just been
Yes.
Bernadette.
He's just been
By the way,
Bernadette.
was Jeremy in the room earlier on tonight? Thought I heard Jeremy in the room
Yes,
earlier on
Yes.
yes.
tonight.
Oh, he was.
Mhm.
Thank you for reminding me, Jeremy. Thank you for showing up and letting your voice in. He'd already left the room, so yeah, I forgot. And on the last note, there it is. There's Miss Linda's $2. Thank you very much. And on a final note, I just want to let you know that Dark Brandon's eyes are still.
They're still glowing.
They're still glowing. Yeah, because the hot water's still in there. Oh, it's not that hot anymore. Yeah, he'll eventually go back to his sunglasses. But Pauline Hall, thank you so much. That's a really neat gift. I like it, and I appreciate you and your mama so much. There's so many that add to this family, and I just want to thank them all. Anyway, look at
John,
yes,
One more
before you
ding.
leave,
I see that. I see that. Pauline Hall just came in with a $2 donation and said, Bob too. Well, thank y'all for the love for Bob. We're going to have to wait for that one. It's going to pop up. I got to see those too. I guess in real time. I don't know how that
right
happened.
on, real close to it, real close to it.
A bend in the universe, I think, or something.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody who donates to this show, whether it be a la carte or the names that you see going by on that list. Bernadette, thank you for pointing that out to become a supporter of the show and everything. I noticed you put that in the chat. Bernadette and Mr. Chick do a whole lot behind the scenes. People like Mark, your Blue Dot greeter that you see in the chat, BW. There's people behind the scenes that make all of this work, and I can't say thank you enough to any of them. There's Pauline Hall came in with a $2 donation for Bob, and so Bob appreciates it. We'll get Bob out of the woods. He'll be healthy, but we'll keep you updated. And but that's how we are with our pets and our friends. We love them all, and that includes y'all. So again, thank you for being a part of this show. We'll be back here again Thursday night with hopefully a little taste of left on the table for everybody, so you get an idea of where we're going with this. And shit, until then, baby, keep your nose up in the air, baby. Keep listening and paying attention to what's going on. But mainly, put a smile on your face, baby, and pass that shit around. Take that moment for yourself every day to find something to smile about. It'll lift you up. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for being here. Y'all say goodnight.
Good
Good night,
night.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you Thursday.